Welcome to the Hilton Head Livin podcast. I am your host, O.T. Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you get the most out of your time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, and everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I'm joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
All right, and on this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about things to do this weekend in Hilton Head. We're going to be talking about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. And as always, we're going to answer the people. But before we get to all that, I have an announcement for you.
What's that?
Today is our 1-year anniversary of doing the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And I got some numbers to throw at you.
Okay, give them to me.
All right. So we started the podcast on November 8th, 2023. Been doing it 1 year. 52 weeks in the year. We did 45 episodes this year. Pretty impressed by that. Only missing 8 weeks. We had over 5,000 downloads.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and in the beginning, you remember it was definitely slow to start, but not to mention the fact that the size of the profile wasn't as big. It was 6,700 followers total at the time a year ago, and now we're well over 120,000 followers across all the platforms and 5,000 downloads. It really has been, statistically, I was just blown away by what has happened in the last year.
That's awesome.
Really incredible, right? Like how many people, and then just the amount of people, I'm sure you've noticed it, just people, right? And we go out, we get recognized, which we love, by the way. But I mean, how often does that happen to you now?
Yeah, a good amount. But yeah, we love meeting everybody. And it means so much too when people say that the account has really helped with their vacation, or if that they live here, letting them know about places that they didn't even know about. And so it really means a lot too. I really appreciate it. It means a lot.
The last year has been a whirlwind. It has really been kind of crazy. We get people that moved here 6 months ago telling us how much we've helped them. And then we have people who've lived here for 18 or 45 or their whole lives telling us that we're telling them about places they hadn't heard before. If you are someone that follows us and there's a business that we haven't highlighted that you think we need to go check out, please tell us. We're always trying to highlight new businesses, small businesses. And at some point toward the end of 2024, we will sit down after you all have gotten all of the events for the holiday season. And we've checked all the boxes on that because our priority is getting you that information. After we've done all that, we will at some point recap the last year, because we've just met so many amazing people.
And it's not just viewer, well, I guess they're viewer too, but I've had an awesome time meeting a lot of the business owners. And everybody is just so nice and so welcoming that I've really enjoyed that, of getting to know more people.
This entire thing was really a happy accident. We feel very blessed to be a part of it, and it's really cool, and we're really happy to try to continue to feature all these businesses and introduce people to all the great things the island has to offer.
Although I will mention, I know people always give me restaurants to try or have asked if I've tried restaurants. I can only eat out so much, and there are so many restaurants on the island. We barely eat at one again unless it's super close to our house or a place we absolutely love. For the most part, every time we go out, we try to do a new restaurant. But I'm used to cooking a lot, and I can only eat out so much. And new restaurants keep popping up too. So we're doing our best to get out there and help you guys out.
Someone literally said to me yesterday, well, you've probably eaten at everything. I go, honestly, I feel like I've barely done 50% of it, and 50% of the stuff. And she's like, well, you guys are out all the time. And there's just a lot to do here, and it's a very cool process to uncover all these things, go to all these events, go to all these restaurants, and like you said, the new ones that are opening and everything. And then the seasonality, there's always new stuff in the seasons and different meals and the whole thing.
Yeah, that's if we go somewhere twice too, it's it's usually a completely different meal too, and a completely different experience. So, and I've definitely gained weight since we started this account too. So, that's been fun, but.
But thank you so much for following along. Thank you so much for listening. We absolutely feel indebted to you, and we're grateful for you, and we're so happy to continue to bring you this information. And we always put you first in what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Okay, so Jess, with that, let's move into what's going on in Hilton Head this weekend. What do we got going on this weekend?
Starting with the 7th, the Bluffton Night Bazaar will take place from 5 to 8 at the Burnt Church Distillery. And Zanzibar on Hilton Head will be having a fall pop-up shop beginning at 4. And at both of these events, you can shop from local artists, and there'll be live music and great food and drinks. Also on the 7th is Shuck and Style, with a Brims on the Bluff pop-up shop at Oyster Factory Park from 6 to 9, and it's a hat making event, and you also get an oyster roast and $75 a ticket. Sea Pines will be having their annual bonfire on the 8th from 4:30 to 7:30, and your tickets are $100, and it includes drinks and a low country menu from Salty Dog. Is from 4:30 to 7:30. On the 9th is the annual Oyster Festival, which at least I'm going to. We'll see if you have time to go, but I'm going to go for the first time this year. And I've never shucked an oyster. So I haven't had an oyster in I don't even know how long. So that should be interesting. But they also have shrimp there too. It's at Low Country Celebration Park from 11 to 5. It's $10 for general admission, and then you buy tickets to then buy food and drinks. And they'll have live music and activities for kids. On the 10th, the Outside Foundation will have their next kayak cleanup from 1 to 4, and it will be of the Broad Creek in Shelter Cove. And you can visit their Instagram page or website to reserve your kayak. Also on the 10th is the Four-Legged Frolic at the Westin from 5:30 to 9:30. And it's a nice formal dinner with a DJ and dancing and a silent and live auctions. And the proceeds help to benefit the Hilton Head Humane. Also on the 10th is a pie baking class at Forest Fire in Coligny Plaza. And you get to learn how to make and take home one of 5 different pies. And go to the Coligny events page to reserve your spot. Lastly, on the 13th is Wine Down Wednesday for a Cause at the Village at Wexford. And the proceeds benefit Meals on Wheels this time. And we've mentioned it every time they have it. It's a lot of fun. Of all the shops, at least most of the shops, participate. They usually have some wine, some appetizers. There's store discounts, and tickets are $15. Then we have some upcoming events. On the 19th is the Sea Turtle Patrol fundraiser at Poseidon's. So these events you all just bring it to you ahead because you probably need to buy tickets to or register for. On the 23rd is a wreath making class, get you in the holiday spirit, with the Woodsman's Wife at the General Store in Bluffton. And on the 28th is the annual Hilton Head Turkey Trot, which you can register for on the Hilton Head Island Rec website.
All right, so going back to last week, let's talk about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. Jess, what was your favorite new thing?
Well, the only thing that I did was getting ready and prepared for the ladies' fall brunch that we had on Saturday, the 2nd, which was a great turnout. Thank you, everybody, for came, and all of our sponsors, especially where we had it at, was at Sweet Al's and Cafe Al Dente. They also supplied food, and Board and Basket helped supply food too. And a big thank you to Coligny Plaza, which is where we had it at. So it was a lot of fun, and we couldn't have done it either without everybody donating to the prizes and the gift bags. They have Brims on the Bluff, Pure Salt Studios, Restore Wellness, Piggly Wiggly. There was the Hilton Head Medical Spa, Namaste Spa, Chronic Golf, Fresh Produce, Haskins, Fire and Pine, I'm Easy's, Fish, Hot Daddies, the Spice and Tea Exchange, the Carolina Tasting Room, Align Pilates, and Yoga with Sydney, and Venice Lashland, and Lime Life by Alcone. So everybody got so much good stuff, and it was so great to meet so many wonderful ladies and to see some faces again that I've seen before, but it was great to then get to talk to them, get to know them a little bit better too.
I was there as well. That was the thing I did this week. I was there filming, helping out, kind of bouncing around. It was really amazing. People coming from all over the place to attend the event. It was a good 60 people. Everyone was so nice. Everyone was having such a good time. I met people, like I said before, that had moved here 6 months ago. And I met people that moved here 18 years ago, 30 years ago, been on the island a long time. And everyone saying similar things and how helpful the page has been, how it's helped them adjust to just moving here, how it's helped them find new things. And it was a really cool experience to meet so many wonderful women. It was amazing.
And I did my best to try to get around and talk to everybody, but if for some reason I didn't get a chance to talk to you, I'm so sorry, and thank you so much for coming. And hopefully you met somebody new there too. I know a lot of people met some new women, did some networking. There were some local business owners there too, so they did some networking too, and it was a really good time.
I can't tell you how interesting it is to have never done anything like this before, have 60 people come to the event. This isn't even my event. I'm a bystander, but I did feel like I needed to speak to some people and wanted to speak to some people. But if you, like she said, if we didn't get a chance to talk to you, or if we did get interrupted, when it's your first time doing something like this, it is such a overwhelming experience. It's difficult to know when to end one conversation that is a great conversation and have a conversation with someone else. And trying to get to 60 people, it was difficult. And that was at least my experience. And again, it's not even my event. It was easier for me to bounce around, I'm sure, than it was for you to bounce around. So I barely spoke to you.
Yeah, I know. It's
I
think I only spoke to you when I needed something from you.
Yeah.
For you
would look for me. Yeah.
And then also trying to make sure everything was running smoothly. So like at one point, making sure all the food was coming out too on time. And that was, although I did have, like I said, again, Sweet Al's, Coligny, and a Cafe Al Dente, huge help. They were amazing. And Board and Basket too. They helped set up too, even though they only had to bring food, they helped with setting the tables up too, which I really appreciated. So thank you to everybody who donated, who helped out, who participated, who came out. Thank you.
And the next event will be better than this event. Just like the content, just like all the stuff we're doing, we're getting better at this. We're trying to get better at this, I guess we should say. And the next time will be better than this time, even though this time was so much fun and great. We're just trying to continue to improve and make everything even better for everybody. That's, I think all we can do is just try to do the best we can with this, because it is new to us. We're not exactly the most experienced event havers.
Yeah, no, I'm not exactly an event. Besides like a backyard barbecue thing, I'm not.
We have zero experience. Zero experience doing this. So we're trying to have fun with it and make it as fun for everybody as possible. All right, and as always, we're going to answer the people. And the question we've been getting most often lately is Thanksgiving dinners to go. Where can you go and pick up Thanksgiving dinner on Hilton Head Island? Jess?
Starting off with Cafe Al Dente. So a bunch of the ladies, you just had their amazing food at the brunch, so you know it's good. They will be having a pickup to go at the restaurant that we were just in, Coligny Plaza. It's a whole dinner, and it feeds 8 to 10 people for $2.55. You need to order by the 25th, and pickup is on the 27th. So that's the day before Thanksgiving. One Hot Mama's has a takeout menu, but you get to order your meats and then the sides. Everything has their individual price instead of the whole package deal, which is kind of nice. You can kind of pick and choose what you want. Sprout Mamas has a small Thanksgiving dinner for 2 to 4 people for $165 and a large dinner for 6 to 8 people for $325. The Surge Takeout Kitchen serves 8 to 10 people for $245, but you need to order by the 15th. So that one's a little bit earlier. And lastly is Big Jim's in Palmetto Bluff. Feeds 4 to 6 people for $135, and you need to order by the 25th. And those are just some of the places. I know there's going to be plenty more, but these are the ones that I am aware of or who have already done their advertising for it too. And I would suggest ordering it as soon as possible because they definitely sell out.